I mean, like, you ever had it so cold? You ever had where your balls like tuck up in your body because of how cold it is outside?
Not once, never.
Never?
Never.
Dude, it's weird.
Yeah, I'll pass on that experience. Yo! What is going on, everybody? How are we doing?
Oh my god, we're back.
What is up? We have taken like a year off. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mitty80.
This is Chief, baby.
Yeah, and we are back with another episode of ADHDads. Yo, season 3. Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Figured new year, we start off right.
Yeah.
We've taken like a year off. I feel like
I mean,
every weekend was just kind of hectic trying to get together.
yeah. I mean, it goes with the podcast, right? I mean,
yeah,
we
right.
start out, we get in December where it's all like we're seeing each other a lot more, and then it's like, all right, man, we're gonna fucking kill this year. 2024 is our year. Let's fucking do it. And I don't think we did a podcast past May.
No, dude, it was
So we gotta.
well, no, because like what it was like Brienne's birthday,
Well,
and
yeah,
all
my
your guys'
birthday, yeah.
birthdays, and then
that was, like,
and then it was summer, and then every weekend, me and Brienne went to like a different fair. Like we went to like all the fairs. We went to the Prescott Days. We went to Woodbury Days.
Oh,
we
yeah.
went to State Fair.
Like we hung out.
The Renaissance Fair. We hung out.
Just never recorded.
Yeah, but we
it.
weren't here to record, you know. So maybe we gotta try like
I think
maybe
some live stuff.
maybe
would be
one day
kinda
we do
cool.
like a live like at the fair kind of
Dude, That
thing.
would be kind of,
You know,
or
like
just
ADHDads at the
videotape
fair.
it. You know, like just vlog it kind of, and then we
Yeah.
can piece it together.
Yeah, we could like throw it together here.
It shows like shit we tried or shit we did. That's what I think. That's
Dude,
what
maybe that's an approach we take this year for the summer. Because like I said, I know Brienne loves to go to like all those different fairs and things, and
Yeah.
like I said, Renaissance Fair. You know,
Well, I
we
think
went
that
to
add another piece to this too. You know, like when we can get down here and record and stuff, but then like just to have like other videos of just our everydays or something. You know, just like taking. I don't know. I had to look up how people do that, but I'm sure obviously it's just record, but get like a system or like a little
like a
what do you call
selfie
those
stick.
those little rig things that move.
You know, I was actually looking into that because I like doing like the pack openings and stuff. Speaking of that, just randomly,
Oh, yeah.
I just thought of that. And a lot of people were telling me like the best camera to use because I was like, I can't find a good angle, right? Like, so I'm trying to like point a camera down at the thing and all this stuff. And it was like, someone was telling me like use your phone. Like, so you can rig it to where your phone is like on a little stand or something right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it clearly picks up the cards and everything like that. So, I mean, I've got to actually play with that. But that's something we should look into too.
For
Like
sure.
we could, speaking on your piecing together
But
all
I
the
like
life.
that though. I think that would be because it just shows because we do hang out all the time.
Yeah,
We
like
do a lot of shit together.
I would
and
say
it's like
52 weeks in the year we're
Yeah.
hanging out at least 50 of them.
I mean
We find
shit.
time at least.
Well, we've hung
once a
out
week.
now the last 3 New Years. Like that's a party.
Oh,
And
that
then-
dude, that New Year's was fun.
It was,
You got
it was a really good time. It was fun.
That's when you're like,
Doesn't
we're
end
probably
well,
gonna leave by
but it's
like
good.
10, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's 12:30 in the
1:30,
morning,
1:30.
1 o'clock. Everyone's like, all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna head out. That was a good time
The
though.
guy at work was like, so up late. I was like, how do you know? He's like, dude, you text us. I was like, sweet.
Oh,
I
jeez.
texted my boss and him at 1:25. Happy New Year, guys.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't think I sent a single Happy New Year text. Sorry, everybody, if you guys are listening. Happy New Year. I mean it from the heart, but just
Yeah.
didn't send it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, anyways, guys, about the podcast, we're
Heck yeah.
ADHDads. We've been doing it now for, I'll say a year and a half, because we did take like half a year off. We
Well,
took
I'd say
a long
this would
time.
be our 3rd season.
This is season 3.
It's okay. Office
Um,
only had 6 episodes first season.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we were very consistent first season, second season, just life, dude. Life
Oh.
was throwing us lemons, and you know what? We made lemonade, but we drank all the lemonade, and then we sold the
Yeah.
lemonade, and then we made money, and then, we
Well,
were
I
all
just
over
use
the place,
lemons
you know.
in my drink.
But yeah, we're ADHDads, guys, and we just podcast. We wanted to do this for a long time. We talked about it. We finally sat down, came up with a plan, and we ran with it. And we just kind of talk about anything and everything. I don't think we
Yeah.
have like a big backstory on like who we are and what we are kind of thing. We're here and we do it.
We're dads.
We're living
I have
it.
3 kids. You have 2.
I have 2.
We both have
you know.
ADHD and clinically diagnosed, and it's it's fun for us. But we just tell stories about our wives and our kids and our
Yeah, and just
stuff
our
we do
daily
and our
lives, like
ideas,
what we do
our-
and all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
so
Sometimes we have some brewskis.
a
Sometimes we have
couple
some
of 'em.
whiskeys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we did a couple episodes where we did those THC
Yeah, the THC drinks. Those
are pretty
were
fun.
a little interesting. That was funny. Like you could
They
definitely
got a
tell.
lot funnier afterwards.
You could definitely tell when it hit. Like all of a sudden it was like, oh boy,
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
sinking
map
into
that
my
out.
seat.
Yeah. Well, these episodes were only shooting for like 45 minutes to an hour, and it's like we started drinking them while we were doing it. So then by the
While
time
we're
it's
setting
over,
up
like,
and watching.
we're
and-
sitting there staring like at the TV at ourselves after we've recorded.
Mhm.
We're just watching the video.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Exactly.
Dude, say it again. It's like, oh shit, we started this way late. But
yeah, man, no, we're back. We took, like I said, we did take some time off, and we're here with, new year, new us kind of thing. Are you day one or 1 day type of guy?
I think we're gonna get back into that.
And
Yep.
I'm gonna be a day one. Every day is day one.
Mhm.
I'm not a 1 day. Every day is a day one. You gotta do little things every day to make everything else greater. And speaking of that,
And the one I would say, in the 1 day thing, you mean, is when everybody's like, hey, hey man, you should probably hit the gym today, and you're
yeah,
like,
I'll do
yeah,
that
1 day.
One
Yeah,
day I'm gonna
maybe
do it.
next day,
Nah,
maybe tomorrow, maybe some. No. Do
Day
it now.
one?
Start now.
Day one or 1 day, right? Day one or 1 day, right? That's what we're looking at. I think my mic
Exactly.
might have been muted that entire thing. But anyways, it's fine. I
Oh, wow.
pushed the button. We're okay.
Oh my god. This is gonna be really one-sided. Welcome back.
That's okay. No, but what I was saying was with that, we did take a little bit of time off, and yeah, we're looking at starting up the podcast, like day one or
Really
1
wanna
day,
put it in,
right?
get more content out there to you guys. I think I like that.
Absolutely.
That vlog idea. I think
And
that's
with it starting off too, let's just go kind of right into maybe our first topic of our first podcast back. What New Year's resolutions, man?
cool. Oh yeah.
Let's
That's
talk
right, we
about
got
it.
no
So
list. I got scared there for a second.
so collectively, obviously, we want to get these podcasts out. We're hoping for, I don't know if we want to do one every week or if we want to do one every other week, which
Yeah.
is, I feel like every
Yeah,
other
that's
week is
right.
kind of very like consistent. That way we can get to you 26 episodes, and as a just in case if we can't do 1 week, they're scheduled every other week. So I think that's solid. I think that's a
Yep.
very achievable
And number two,
goal.
one thing that we talk about too is, since we'll get into this too a little bit, but things that have happened in the last year, we bought a house. So very exciting. We've been living
Very
in a
exciting
two-bedroom
stuff.
apartment with 3 kids, 2 dogs, and 800 square feet. So I'll tell you what, tight.
Just a tad.
So it's nice to be in a much bigger house, and we even talked about. I mean, granted, it's only set up in my bedroom right now. We still got an unfinished basement we got to tackle, but no, we talked about you guys come over, and the kids can go play, and the wives can hang out, and we'll go record somewhere at my place.
Absolutely.
and we'll
Once we
each
get
kinda take
once we
turns.
get everything set up, kind of, I think we want to
Yeah.
move the setup in the basement, right, of your place, and
Eventually, yeah, but I
get
think
everything
we might have
going,
a
and-
couple bedroom ones.
hey, and you know what? That's okay. Like I said, so the scenery might change here for everyone who watches on YouTube, but everyone who listens
Yeah,
on everything
it's
else,
still
it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same beautiful voices caressing your ears,
Absolutely.
and
Every night, baby.
all the time whenever you guys want to listen to us. But yes, New Year's resolution. So as a team, we want it. Like I said, we want to try to get a podcast out every other week. So 52 weeks in a year, we want to get 26 episodes out, right? So if we do an every other week thing, I feel like that's very manageable. That's very fair. We can definitely work something out there.
Is this 5th today? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're fine. You take first week off and move into.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
We're already behind.
1 day, baby.
But yes. Also, anybody, if you're wondering, yes, this is a giant like Snuggie. My wife got it for me for my
Yes,
birthday.
For all of you that were just wondering.
Yeah,
watching us.
if you're watching, this is a giant cowboy Snuggie, and I got it on the 3rd of December, which is my birthday, and I don't think I've taken it off since.
I don't think you have either.
It is comfy. It's cold in my basement, and I love it. It gives me armholes. It's got a hoodie and a pocket. What more could you want in life? Like.
Those are the best. Those are pretty.
But anyways, New Year's resolutions. Would you like to go first? You want me to go first?
No. Are we doing like personal and professional?
Well,
Or
I think like
professional?
just like what are your regardless of
So
whether they're
personal ones.
personal or professional, they're
Yeah.
your resolutions, right?
Yeah.
So us as a group, I think our biggest thing is just getting content out to you guys, right? We want to try that. So I think that's a good resolution. I didn't think of any more for both of us.
Well, that's what I'm saying for us. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the content stuff. We want to be more, vocal and get into or not vocal, but more presence on the interwebs and the TikToks and
Absolutely.
all that. I think that'd be kind of fun. It's just I just gotta sit down and learn it. I think one big focus too, like we talked about, is just more discipline. I think if we just had a little, we could do this.
No, it's not hard.
Not hard.
It's not hard. It just takes a little time.
I mean, and I'm not saying it's not hard to be like a top podcast or anything. I mean, that's gonna come with time. But I'm saying it's the just sitting down, and just fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just our everyday battle though. It's hard to. Sometimes I see it and it's just there, and it's like there's just this force that just points me away from it. And I'm I'll just do it tomorrow. It's fine. Don't look at it. And I'm like,
dude, I was telling Brianna about that. I was working on editing a video for my YouTube channel, and a lot has happened in the last month. I finally finished. I have a series on YouTube. I can get into that a little bit later. But I was working on the video, and I sat down to edit. I finally got the script. I got everything recorded. I got everything good to go. It was sitting in folders. I imported it all to the thing, and I just sat there and looked at it, and was like, and I turned on my PlayStation and started playing. Yeah. I couldn't, I could not do it. Everything, every being in me was just and then I showed you the product. I did that within 10 minutes, before you got here. And I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And you're like, dude, that's freaking awesome. I love it. Right. And it was just a little thing. And I was like, that's all I got done so far. But I did that in 10 minutes. I can do it. It's not hard.
It's not.
But I just got to find a way to focus myself. And that's.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So content. That's a big thing we want to get out to you guys.
We're talking. Yeah, we want to do that. But I guess just to throw a personal one in there. I think. I think it's more. As far as lifestyle changes, I think we're just my wife and I are eating a lot healthier. We're getting to the gym. We're gonna get to the gym a lot more. We're done with kids, so now we don't have to worry about that side of it. Kids now, my son is now a year and 4 months old now. So, I mean, he's almost already a year and a half already, which is crazy. But we have some time now. We're a little bit more mobile. I know once it hit 6-8 months, it's hard. When you just got 3, I mean, you just zone defense instead of one-on-one, and man, it's fucking terrible. But yeah. No, I think it's just better lifestyle changes. So eating healthier, drinking a little bit less. I still do the little Zin to wins. No, not a plug or anything, but the old Zin. It's good.
Sponsored by Zin. Check your local gas station. No, I'm just kidding.
Gas station, and they're $5 a piece. There you go. But no, I think that's kind of our biggest one is just overall health. Getting our vitamins and stuff like that, and doing that. I know you got some stuff that we got.
Yeah, so for Christmas, I was at a wrestling tournament coaching, and Brienne, my wife, texted me, and she goes, "Hey, Santa dropped a present off for you in the garage." I'm like, "What the what are you talking about?" What? And I'm like, whatever, didn't even think about it. Freaking get home, and right in the middle of in the middle of the garage, I couldn't even park, in my spot. I was like, what the hell? Giant box. It's a treadmill, right?
1,200-pound treadmill.
Treadmill. And I asked for it. Santa delivered. Thank you, Santa, from the Jew. Thank you, Santa. And then so I was like, okay, let me move this thing, right? So
Nick to you.
Yes. Thanks, Nick. But no, and then so I had to move it out the way, and then I go to move it thinking okay, I know this is going to be heavy, and then I moved it, and I was like, holy smokes, I didn't think it was going to be that heavy, right? Yeah. So I move it out of the way, and I'm like, geez, I get it to where I can park in the garage, and then finally one day I was just like, I need this out of the way. It's my brain was looking at it, and I was like, it just has to move. There's a flat wall upstairs it can lean against until I'm ready to move it down the stairs. I got to get it in the house. So I think I had to go drop Oliver and Mavis off at their grandparents one day, and I 3 minutes before we were about to leave see this box, and I was just like, gotta move it, needs to go now. And so I just start by myself. I get it into the freaking house, and Ollie's like, wow, you're strong, Dad. And I'm like, get in the car. And get it up against the wall. But yeah, so I got a treadmill. I got to put it together. So yes, fitness is on my resolution list. So to sum that whole story up, yeah. So
what's nice though, having the house and stuff, you do have in the back room over here, you do have a nice setup equipment and stuff. So
yes.
It's you have a bench, you got barbells, you got one of those little clicker curl things.
Yep. The dumbbells with the the adjustable weight dumbbells.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got those. You got some stuff to just.
I got some stuff. I got a bike in there. Now we're gonna have a treadmill. One of the biggest things I think for me is I want to like actually like do some of the stuff. I don't want to buy the stuff to have the stuff to do one day. I just want to do it, right? So I'm one of those people who I will be all in on something, get it about 95% complete, and then be like, all right, what's next? And like, I'm done with this for today. I'll come back, and I never come back, right? It's like, it's almost done. Just finish it, right? But my dopamine was just like so high to get it that close to being done.
Just dumps
and then I'm just like, all right. But yeah, so I bought my wife a water softener 3 Christmases ago.
Oh yeah.
And it's still in the box down here next to the water heater. So my goal is to like get some of that stuff done. We need a new sump pump that went out like 4 years ago. Got to get a new one of those. I was talking to my mom and she was like, "What? Your dad told you how to fix it? It's easy." I'm like, "It's easy for someone who's done it before.
Oh yeah.
I've never done it." And she goes, "Fair point. I didn't think about that." I was like, "Yeah." So I got to learn some plumbing stuff. We want to get a new sink, so I want to put a new sink in. Had some issues with it. One of the pipes like burst the other day. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. So I was doing dishes and the water started rising on the garbage disposal side. I was like, "Oh, no big deal. Turn the garbage disposal on. It'll drain the water." Next thing you know, you ever seen, what was that movie, The Shining, where the blood comes down the elevator door? Yeah, it looked like that coming out the cabinets under the sink, like water just like shooting out of the cracks and running down. I was like, what is going on? I opened it, and I don't know if the little seal went bad, like the little ring like that seals it went bad on the pipe or whatever, but it completely like turned, like shook out and turned the pipe facing the door, so all the water was coming out and just shooting out the door, and just pools of water everywhere I had to figure out. So been dealing with that, and so got to learn some new skills and stuff. So that's on the list, new skills. Finishing little projects around the house, getting that 100% done. One like personal goal, all right, you guys may laugh at me here, right, but I've never been able to do this, but I want to grow a full beard.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry,
and I want to grow a full beard, right? So that is like no, you guys may laugh, but like I can't. It grows too patchy, so I always just shave it. I have no problem growing around the neck area and underneath, but when it comes to like the side, it's like there's certain areas that are patchy that I'm just like.
See, I haven't shaved.
I want to do that.
36 years. This is as far as I got.
You're such a liar.
This is as far
Whatever.
as I got.
Thanks, man. I needed that today.
Dude, I'm Native American, man. You don't see a bearded Indian.
No, but I just need.
Dude, that's a great name for. All right, we'll talk later.
All right, new podcast, The Bearded Indian. Yo, you could change your name from Chief to The Bearded.
Yeah, but that means something.
Or you could be
now.
Chief
You know what I mean?
Bearded Indian.
Yeah, but that means something different now. You're bearded.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No.
But yeah, so no, that's a goal of mine.
I thought we disagree with the lifestyle.
But I do want to grow a full beard. So that is on the docket.
No, okay, so you brought this up, and I was like, I'm gonna save my comments for the podcast.
Go ahead.
So first of all, it's not simply just willing it to happen.
No,
so
dude, if you wish it, the universe.
I feel if you're gonna do this, you're gonna fucking do it right. Like, think about it. When you play your platinums in the past, right? And it's like you got one, you got to grind or whatever. You find a little cheese. You find a little cheese along the way.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And most games are like
absolutely.
That, right? So then I'm like, well, this gives us a perfect opportunity to try all of those beard things. So anybody who's out there that's watching, because you get massive crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, all wants to send us
all of us.
You got to get that little
I do. I have the derma roller.
You got the
I have one. Yep. I was going to mention
that
that because I thought that you were going to ask that. So
yeah.
I do have like the little derma roller with the micro needles and stuff, and I've been using that a little bit. And I'm not going to lie. Like I'm not one to be like, promote, but like this side has definitely come in fuller since I started using it.
Have you only been doing it to one side?
No, I've done it on both sides. But no, this side's coming.
Like,
but the other thing, okay, so the other, yeah, this is the what is that the test like scientists they have the control. This is the control, right? So we know. No, so I've been doing it on both, but like the other thing is like it's been coming in on this side, but it's so light. Like that's the problem too. Like it's so blonde. It's just like
see that's
and you don't see it.
No, so that leads into my next thing.
Do we dye it black?
Bingo. So that's what I'm saying. Because, like, if it's light enough, I mean, because that's the thing. So, like, because I have other buddies, too, that are, like, very blonde hair, very, very, like, or they'll have, like, really light reddish stuff. So you don't really,
mine's
from a distance.
Mine's kind of like
away,
orange.
you can't really tell.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I feel like if you just took any black right now, it just went down, I bet you it looks like you have a lot more hair than you do.
Oh, 100%. No, because you can see it. Like,
Well,
if you
that's what I'm
start looking
saying.
close, like, it's like, but, like, there are some areas where, like, kind of
Sure.
like right here where it just doesn't grow, right?
Yeah.
But I've been trying that, and then they give an oil that you do after you rub it on,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to do the oil a couple times a week, and then do the derma roller twice a
Yeah.
week. So that's a
So,
goal
like,
of mine.
I'm saying,
Try it out.
like,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
go
for
hard
it.
on
I
it. We're
want
gonna
you to
do
be
it.
like,
We're gonna do it.
We're
You
gonna
know.
pick the day, and you're like, all right, it starts.
No, every Tuesday. Every
Every Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's like every Tuesday and like Friday I do the derma roller.
Okay.
Every Tuesday, Friday, or
But then
Tuesday,
you gotta
Saturday.
Put some of the extra shit in it.
Yep.
some of
Yep.
the
No,
extra,
I
like,
got it. Trust me,
stimulating
I'm
stuff.
doing it, dude. I'm doing
Whatever
it.
you gotta do.
I'm doing it. So we're gonna go hard on it. So I want to try to grow a full beard. That's like,
And then
honestly,
I think like you gotta dye it black.
it's like a personal goal.
I think
I think once more of it starts to come in, like if this side, if my right side starts looking more like the left side, I
Yeah.
think then we'll dye it black, right? To make sure, like,
Sure.
to show you, like, hey, it's there, like it's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other things I want to do kind of personal, like I want to grow my Twitch chat. I want to like Twitch channel, obviously, right?
Okay.
You know,
I was just looking at hair things.
yeah, just
This
random.
This one's a little bit personal.
yeah. No, that was
I'm gonna
super.
grow.
That was super personal. That one's a me thing. But I do also want to continue on my like weight loss journey. I have lost since like wrestling season started in November. I'm down, I think, 8 pounds now. So 8 or 9 pounds, right around there. I want to get down to about 140 is my goal.
Mhm.
So I'm about 7 pounds away from that. So
Nice.
140 will put me, I feel like, at a good, like, solid,
Yeah.
probably where I should be, you know. So that's a goal. Like I said, grow my Twitch channel. I wanna average some more viewers, things like that. Like, not really too worried about like the subs or anything. Just want to grow the viewers, grow the community, and then my YouTube, I want to get that up. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think I started a really good path with that with my last year with that series I started, Platinums from the Past.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think I just keep rolling with that. We keep plugging away, and we just got to stay motivated and on track, and I think that's something that we can do. So those are just some of my goals.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, my thing, it's like a secondary, right? It's not going to be like in the forefront. This will be more in the forefront, but like doing more like streaming myself now that I actually like kind of have a setup and I have.
yeah, you were doing like a once a week thing now.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
we're starting to get into it.
Yeah, so it's just something to get on there and just like play some games and like it's just how everybody starts. You just get on there and.
Well, it's
You
cool
know,
because Twitch has that thing now to where like you can knock and like you can co-stream with somebody. So
yeah,
you
we
guys
did
share
that.
the viewers, you
Yeah.
share. So that was cool. You and me, that was the first time I ever tried it out because I was like, hey, we're doing this. Let's try
Yeah.
it.
Why
So we can do some more of that too. I would, love to be a part of your Twitch journey.
That would be amazing. Well, and again, a lot of times too, it's nice when you threaten your viewers to either sub and follow.
Hey, yo, if
or
nobody,
you're gonna get
yo,
banned.
guys, follow or ban. You don't follow
It's just
Chief,
nice.
you're banned from my Twitch
it's
chat.
just nice to have that kind of.
Yeah, dude, I got you, man. I got you. Follow or ban, dude. It goes for everyone. Follow or ban. You follow Chief or you're banned.
Yep.
Nah, dude, I like to joke, I like to just have a good time, and I've been working on a couple games recently for my Platinums from the Past.
Which ones do you work on?
Well, Platinum from the Past, no, but just Platinum Trophy. I'm working on 2 games at once, which is actually, I think, more enjoyable than grinding out a single game.
Most times in life, 2 things at once is usually better.
So I started talking to this other girl. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally
Women.
totally kidding. No, it's like more enjoyable because I like get to a point where I'm like, all right, I don't want to play The Binding of Isaac, which is one game we're gonna Platinum Trophy. It's a difficulty like 9 out of 10, and I'm working on Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and that's just a fun one. It's a fun one to go through the story and play the games and.
Yeah. Well, you've been playing that for quite a while, and I even talked to you. We've tried to play it. It's just not my kind of game with the rooms and like running around all the place and you get the powers and the characters.
It's like our buddy Boots. He described it as like one of those like bullet hell games, right? You run around and you get weapons and you're always shooting and you're always trying to like dodge bullets and shoot bullets and that's kind of. And I was like, I never saw it like that, but I can see where you see that. You know, so yeah, no, I get that. That's just, I don't know. I've had fun. Like I have 100% completed file on my Switch, and I was like, you know what, let's do it on the PlayStation. And I was talking about it for the longest time, and finally just like, just pulled the trigger. I was like, Brian, I'm doing it. She was like, do it. I was like, all right.
Yeah, because I mean, you've been playing it for a while too, and it's just
like I said, thousands of hours.
And like, I don't mind watching it. Like it's nice to watch because you are very good at it. So it's nice to watch how, like, you just like this. Probably, you know, I mean. I don't know exactly what's going on, but like you said, it's one of the bullet dodge kind of games. So like, you know, like you'll get this power, it's like, you know, you got all this stuff going on, and then like, you're like, oh, but I like seeing the cutscenes and stuff and like the stories because like you end a run. And then depending on how you did, you either unlock or you like get
different cutscenes based on which ending you went, like up or down. I mean,
it's kind of, you know,
it's interesting. It's definitely very mature, very mature. Ollie should not be playing it, but he does. That's probably his favorite game.
Man, there's some of those things. I mean, I'm sorry, they just look like buttholes, like the little. You gotta jump out and
100%.
Like there's, it's weird, but you guys just have to check it out. Just go to
it's fun.
And check out his YouTube stuff.
Appreciate the plug.
I'm just saying. See how I did that?
I like that.
I'm getting it.
But yeah, man, no, like, so those are just, like I said, those are some of the New Year's resolutions. Like I said, I want to keep growing the channel. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And the reason being is because I think like YouTube changed their thing. So like 500 subscribers get you monetized now.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, that is service. Okay, at first I was like, whoa, hang on.
Hey, hey, you want to say hi? Say hi. Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
That's all right. All right, thank you, dude. Cool.
That, like, I was like, a kid's coming down. Like, what is going on? So I was like, all right, we're going to play. We're going to pretend it ain't happening.
That's right. You know, that's what I was doing. I was put a little.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
Kind of empty. I'm like, oh, shit. I don't want to leave.
Dude, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Another reason to have kids. It's great. They're great.
Yeah, dude, they're excellent, like waitresses and waiters.
Oh, they love to serve.
Oh, that is one goal I didn't mention. I would like to in this year have another kid. So, and Brianna's on board with it. So, you better be.
I fucking hope so.
No. We both kind of have that same goal. Like, we both like, if we're gonna have another kid, like, this is the year. If we don't in this year, then it's kind of, I don't want to have a kid when, you know, I got 2 kids that are 6 and 8 and then a newborn.
Why would you want a kid that's got 5-year difference, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Jacqueline.
No. But I think we're both kind of on that same page.
Yeah.
You know,
and and good for you guys. I mean, that's, hopefully it happens. It's one of those. It's very exciting. I mean, you know, obviously we're in little different situations. It's you being kind of stay-at-home dad. It's a lot. I mean, you know what it's like to run too all the time.
Yeah, best.
Again, they'll be going though. We talked about your daughter going to be starting 4K soon.
Yeah, dude. Mavis already, guys. If you didn't know, my daughter, my youngest, she is 3. She'll be 4 in October. So obviously that's 10 months away. Yep. But by the time they start school, it's like August. You know, and so she will be starting like that 4's preschool. But the biggest thing is trying to get her potty trained, man. That's like.
Well, the other thing too. I mean, are you going to send her when she's 3 to 4K?
I don't know. Brian wants to, but the 4's, it's like 2 days a week kind of thing.
But still, because then you're on that timeline. Then you guys start kindergarten next year.
I don't think you have to. I don't think there's anything that says you have to.
But then you're just sending her to the.
But I mean, like my buddy Amos, like he was my best friend Amos. You know, he.
Oh wow.
Oh jeez.
Well, thanks.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. No, he
Hang on. Him, I guess.
He when he graduated, he was like 17, so he was on the very young end of us, right? He was one of the younger, if not the youngest.
Yeah, May birthday.
Kid.
I turned like 18 on graduation.
Yeah, no, he was 17 when we graduated, and then because he started school that whole year early. His birthday's in October as well. He started school like a whole year kind of early. So I mean, like I don't know. I don't think you're forced to like go into preschool. I think it's more of just like an introductory, like, hey, this is what school is going to be like. Sure. But the biggest thing, and I mean, she would only go, it'd be 2 days a week and be half days, right? So she'd go from like 9 to 12 kind of thing, or 9 to whatever. Biggest thing, we got to get her potty trained. She just has no interest, dude. She doesn't want to. Like,
yeah, girls suck.
Like literally, and that's what I was saying.
Ari was the same way. It
When-
was hard.
When we were talking to like her whole family, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna have another kid," and we're like, "Well, that's that's not my New Year's resolution," joking around. But I was like, "No, but seriously, like, I want another boy." They're like, "Why would you want a boy?" I'm like, "Because I have my little girl. That's my little girl. Nobody competes with her. I need a boy." And then I was like, "Also, they're way easier, like."
They are way easier.
Cause I know, like, I'm a boy. I know what to do.
Easier to clean up.
Literally, yes.
Oh my God, front to back. There's nothing more terrifying.
The worst part is like that week after you leave the hospital, after they were circumcised and everything, and you can't touch anything, and like everything's all sensitive. But after that week, it's fine. Everything's great. Like
and then,
you're done. You're good.
well,
But
and
yeah,
then, I'm just saying, like blowouts and shitty. I mean, you just cleaning balls. I mean, that's you see it, get rid of it. Like it's not that hard. But
Yeah.
like the other one.
oh, I don't.
It's
the
scary,
worst, dude.
It's horrible.
It's the worst because you wipe the wrong way up. UTI. It's
Yeah.
like what
Well, no,
the
exactly,
hell?
yeah.
Like
And you're
infection.
like,
Like what
You're
the?
like, I don't want to do that.
No, and
That's
I'm
horrifying.
just praying to the baby gods that if we do end up having a baby this year, we find out it's a boy. That's
You're gonna have a girl.
Brienne said the same thing.
You're gonna have another girl. Oh my God. Yes, I was blessed with two sons.
And
2 sons. No, it's
oh, there we go. Okay.
no, it's exciting. It is a lot, especially when you got that gap. But it's nice though because I do have helpers, so they do help out
Oh,
a
yeah.
bit. But also they got way more fucking attitude. So like I'm trying to enjoy our last kid, and like all the milestones and the playing. But like I feel like I'm just like, oh my God, that's great. Yeah, how you doing, big man? Shut up! And you just like change, and it's just so much. Like you have to be on because you're like, I don't want to show him that. And it's maybe because you just put more into this one. You're like,
Yeah.
the first one you're figuring it out. You're tired. You're stressed. You're still a kid yourself, and then
See,
you kind of get over it.
I think it's because the last one, it's the last one,
Yeah.
right? So then you're like,
but you have
you're
so
like-
much more patience.
yeah, but
You
you're
have
like, I'm
so
not
much more
doing this
time.
again, so I need to focus. I need to give him right. As to where like, that first one's kind of like, all right, yeah, go do this. That's
You're
cool.
"Ooh,
Like,
that's damage.
that's great."
Therapy later.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Sweet.
Oh
I
man.
didn't want to be my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
What is that we said when we were you were helping me fix something, and you were like, you hear that right there? Because I was like, oh, you fucking idiot. And you're
Yeah.
like, hear that?
Yeah.
That's your dad.
That's your dad
Like,
talking to you, baby.
I was like working.
God, how could you be this?
I was
fucking
doing
stupid?
something.
How could you be so stupid and not think of that?
I was doing
Dad?
something. No, you were right there, right?
Dad?
And we were doing
Yeah.
something together, and I turned around. I was like, oh, you fucking idiot. And you were like, up,
That's your dad.
up. That's your dad. And I was like, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, you ever do that? Da da da. That's your dad. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, you're right. That's my dad. Like,
Oh man.
he's yelling at me through me.
Yeah. Well, then it was funny. I read something on the on the interwebs there. They're talking about. He was saying like when your dad, like would yell at you too. It's like adulting or like maturing is realizing that when your dad was yelling at you to like not move the flashlight or to give him the screwdriver. He didn't know what he was fucking doing either. Like he was mad at himself. His dad was beating him up.
Yeah.
And so then you were the only one next to him, so he had to beat you up a little bit. And you're like, I mean, it's a flashlight, right? Like that was always you're like, I'm right there. And you're like, this is my sole purpose in life is to keep it right there. And even if you're like, meh, if you just did a little
Yeah,
bit,
just a
he's
little,
what
like-
are you doing? And you're like, okay, I'm sorry, Dad.
Dude, my favorite videos are the ones where they're like, can you hold the flashlight still? And you turn it's like this pug that just has like a light on its head and it's like eyes. You know, pugs' eyes when they go like left and right. They're just always this big and they're just looking other directions. And he's like, can you just hold the light? And it's just,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
funny.
But see, that's what I'm saying is that was his dad beating him up. So that's just, it's just a line of things, Can't wait to have that other son, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I hope, man. Like I said, I hope. Obviously, if it's a daughter, she will be accepted. But then Ollie will then become the favorite child because,
That was a weird switch.
there's, 2 girls. But I was saying if we have another kid, then,
No, I know. We were talking about boys, and then I thought you would be like, well, if it's a girl, but you're like, if it's a
No,
daughter, if it's a
well,
daughter.
because I think you said something. Yeah, if it's a daughter.
Yeah, you're like, if it's those daughters,
yeah.
those things.
No, dude. Honestly, I don't like, and I'm not throwing shade on. I don't care what it is. But anyways, no, raising a daughter is it's hard. I don't understand.
And she's 3.
Dude, she's
Mine is
dude,
5.
okay,
and
but
it's
like
hard.
you've met my daughter too. Like I've never met someone at 3 years old with so much personality. Like that girl, like we're driving in the car and I was just like, Brian mentioned hey, we got to get her in 3Ks, 4Ks preschool here next year, whatever, in the fall. And I was like, she's not potty trained.
Yeah.
I was like, we can't bring her. And then Mavis was like, oh, I'm potty trained. I can poop and pee on the potty. I'm like, you haven't done it once, Mavis. You've never done it. Yeah, I did. I did it today. I'm like, Mavis, I changed 3 poopy diapers today. Yeah. She looks at me and goes, oh, jeez, silly me. And then does the, ha, 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 jeez. And, looks back out the window like.
You just want to be like.
I started laughing. I was like, dude, how do you respond to that? How do you respond to that? You're just like, she goes, oh, silly me. And, looks back out the window.
I think the funniest one, because they do have more personality. And, I tell my wife all the time, too, you got to, I tell her, I'm like, listen, I'm only cool, Dad, for, maybe another 4 years, maybe. And then, then you're it. So, you got to make that relationship now. And Mel fights with her all the time. Just can't. Jackson's her little baby boy.
Yep.
And that's my oldest. And me and him, holy shit, I'd have him stay outside the doghouse for almost every single day.
She has his back she has Ollie's back for everything. And I'm like, dude, no, he was doing this. No, he was just playing.
No
he was just playing. Yeah, literally, she's screaming in her crib. I can't relax. I can't.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take care of it. It's not a big deal.
I'll throw her outside then. Jesus,
just read your book. It's cool. I'll take care of it. It's not a big deal. I can't even. When she's screaming, I'm like.
But I tell her, I'm like,
I'll take care of it.
I'm like, you gotta figure this out. It's gonna be you. So if you think this is fun, just wait. It gets better. There's more. No, when we were talking about the personality thing, the one funny thing, kind of your story was, we're sitting there for whatever reason, she loves Iris, but Barry.
Those are his dogs, by the way, Barry and Iris.
They're, we've had them for, I think they're going to be 9 here coming up, and good, they're almost dead, and
Jesus Christ,
they're a lot.
That's a sad day.
Barry's he's a little bit more excited. He's still a little high strung, and Iris is just a big mama. She's fine. But she just every time he gets kind of excited and just kind of gets up and runs around, she just is just.
She does that with Lola.
Oh my
too.
God! And I'm like, it's your dog. And she goes, I didn't buy it. And I was like, I looked at her, I go, that was probably the cutest fucking thing you've ever said. And then she goes,
I didn't buy it.
I didn't buy it.
I didn't ask for this life.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like,
And then I was trying to still make the point. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And they've lived here longer than you, so knock it off. It just couldn't.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well,
dude.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, no, dude. They just the personality on her, dude. It's just insane. And like I said, just the things she comes up with too, the things Mavis says is just. But yeah, it's the same kind of here. Ollie can almost do no wrong. Right? He'll do something and she's like, well, he's just a kid. And I was like, no. I've told him that 7 times today. Right? But then with Mavis, it's like, well, you stop screaming. I'm like, dude, she just hug her. And part of me wants to turn around and be like, one day she's not going to want to hug you. Mm-hmm. One day she's not going to want to cuddle you. And she, but I don't because I know she gets all upset about that. But then she tries to throw it at me sometimes. And I'm like, oh.
No. Trust me, it's even Steven in our house.
Oh, dude.
She's ready to throw shade. I'm like, oh, let's break it
dude,
down.
You've been
let's
here.
Break it down.
You've been here enough times to where I don't pull punches.
Yeah.
Right. I'll okay.
She just the same thing. This little boy, it's every single time. She could be like, I can't fucking take her. I can't. You got to go talk to your daughter. I cannot fucking do this. I just need a minute. I need a minute. And you're like, okay. But then if Jackson jumps from the fucking his bunk bed or breaks something, I'm like, I go charging down there. She goes, well, he just didn't get enough sleep last night. Oh, he didn't. He's just really exhausted. He didn't eat all of his dinner.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't care.
Or no,
it's the action,
dude. It's when he does something. I'll turn around and be like, Oliver Roy, did you just do that? And he's and I'm like, no, tell me, did you do that? And he's just making whining noises. And Brian's like, he's just tired.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if he's tired. Then go to bed.
Tired. Yeah.
Then go to bed.
Yeah.
There's dude.
I don't
know. Maybe it's just dads and boys. We just butt the heads.
And I think that's
because we want them to be, we want them to be here, right?
Well,
and they're. all over the place,
what was that thing? I was looking, I don't know, it's probably TikTok or something, but they were talking about how, like, genetically, like, how it was is, like, when men, you know, when you get to, like, 5, you know, and you can walk, talk, you know, perform things or whatever, that's when they were like, all right, let's go. And you would take your son out hunting. And you would take him, like, to gather food, or, you know, back in the primitive days, if you believe in that. And you would do that, and, like, that's when they have, like, by like, 10, there was, like, that was your passage to a man. It's not 18, this magical number. No, it's, like, 10 is when they had to, like, prove themselves, and then they were like that. Now, granted, the life expectancy was, like, 45.
Yeah, it's gone up a little bit.
But it's, like, but like that, though, I mean, you had so much responsibility more at that time, and I think, and we learned that in school. Like, your kids' brains are, like, you know, so absorbing and like a sponge and stuff until like 11.
Are. Yep.
And then after that, it just kind of is what it is. So, but like we put so much emphasis on you're 15, 16, 17, 18. Now you're a man. And I'm like, I think we should be putting that shit. It makes sense because that's when you're like the most mad. Or they're like, no, absolutely, he can earn his keep. Like dads are so much harder on sons. But then the other side, it's like, yeah, girls are their little princess. Like I don't care. Like I mean, even when she gets mad, I'll come in. I go, you know, I have to talk to you because your mom told me to talk to you, but why don't you just hang out here with me? Because we're best friends. And I was like, just go post up on my bed. I'm gonna put a show on. You wanna watch a show? All right,
dude. It's crazy though. It's because it's true. Like it's funny. Like Ollie can throw a fit, and I walk in. I'm like, enough. Like knock it off. Stop it. We're done. Why are we crying? Like, and it's like, I'm not upset at him. But I'm just like, what's the deal? Like, why are we acting like this, you know? But then Mavis can throw a fit, and I'm like, come here. Like, what happened? Talk to me. Is it that? Okay, come here. We'll take care of it.
Well, you
sit down.
Figure, yeah.
Like,
but I don't. That's the difference, though, too.
But I don't know. Is that? You think that's something that's like just like hardwired in to dads? Like, and it's not that I want to be mean to Ollie because at the end of the day, I feel bad. I'm like, shit. Maybe I should have tackled that a little differently, right? And it's like. You know, I'm not one of those dads who doesn't hug my kid, right? Kind of thing. But like at the same time, I want him to be tough. I want him to be able to think for himself. I want him to be able to like make smart choices. The same thing with my daughter. Obviously, I want her to be tough. I want her to make smart. But like, I don't know. Situations I handle completely differently with the two of them, right? Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, and like you said, I think it is hardwired too, especially for the dad, to just be harder on the son. They got to earn their keep. They got to learn it. And again, we could be flirting with, you know, first and second position.
Yeah, that's true
I
too.
think, like first kid, you're always harder on because you're like, this kid's gonna be the best kid ever. Then you have a second one, and you're like, no, fuck that. Like
this one's kind of kind of the best one.
I've already had these conversations. Like I don't care about the second one. You know, like, and that's where you get the second kid syndrome, where they're just like they're just so much harder on the second one, or just they always get the bad rap, and it's like. I don't know. I mean, I feel it's just and that's another thing too. Obviously, we're dads. We're growing. We're learning. We don't have it all figured out. But I think it's just to try to do like I have like what my dad did. It was efficient. It was effective. Probably not the best way to do some stuff, but at the same time, you just try to do better. And like when you know a way that works, is no matter how medieval it is. You know it works. See, it's hard for me not to reset back because you're like, well, let's just get to what are they thinking? How did they come to that? And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I don't care.
I want to go to bed. I'm not gonna sit here and have a Dr. Phil moment with them. I need him to go to sleep.
No, I'm gonna spank their.
Or I will put you to sleep.
So when I was like, dude, because I think about that all the time. I'm like, God, like, how do I get him to stop this? And then I can think back to when I was a kid and. My dad chased me up the stairs with a wooden spoon and broke it over my leg, right? Or like situations where my mom would be yelling at me and chasing me, and I locked myself in the bathroom with the phone and said, "You open that door, I'm calling CPS." Like like true stories here. And like you think about like what were the punishments, like what led up to those moments, what worked, what made me not do that, and it's like, shit. Like if I did that, like I almost like feel bad too, but I'm like, when I spank, but I feel like Ollie's too. He's one of those you can swat his butt and he'll just walk away like, cool, like whatever. Like even when he was like 2 or 3, I'd swat his butt, be like, knock that off, and be like, that was a little spank. Like you should try again. Like it doesn't affect him, dude. He just doesn't like.
Face. I went to mouth if there was any of that.
Dude, damn. So I mean, like, I feel like obviously every kid is different and stuff, but like, yeah, you talk about like going back to what works. Well, that's what worked for me, but that might not work for you,
Well,
right? And like that's the hard.
I just thought about this. We had the Packer Viking game. We lost, but we the other day they were playing
The Bears.
Wii Sports or the new Nintendo Switch Sports game, and I was like, "Hey Jax, give me that," and I like walked towards him kind of fast, and like when I got next to him, he's like. He did that.
Oh my god!
And my dad, he was right in front of my dad, and he's like, "Why is he dodging like that?" I go, "Cause if he doesn't listen, he gets smacked in the head." And he's like, he should be dodging like that." I go, "Dad, if you were to go like that to me, I would dodge today." Like,
I would dodge today.
Like, I know, man. Like, yeah, I know it's not exactly right, and yeah, he's my first one. Guess what? My baby and Arya, they don't dodge. They don't dodge. They meet me square up. And I'm like, hey, sorry, he got all of it. Guess who else did? This guy.
Well, that's the firstborn thing too, right? You know, because everyone's like, you know, even I remember my dad used to tell us like, you know, growing up, I'd get in the most trouble because he was the firstborn, so he set the example, right? And honestly, I feel like there's truth to that though too, because like Oliver will go and eat something, throw it on the ground, right? Throw the trash on the ground, walk away. Mavis sees that and it's like, oh, cool, eats, tosses the trash, right? So now I'm in like a struggle to be like, Oliver, where does that go? Oh, well, it goes in the garbage. Why didn't you take the 10 steps, put it in the garbage? Oh, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know. And it's like, okay, pick it up and throw it. And I was like, and pick up your sister's trash too. And he's like, he gets mad. And I know that, like, I don't know. I feel like even though he's 5, we play a game of pushing each other's buttons. And, like, I know that pushes buttons. So I'm like, pick up your sister's trash, too, and throw that away. He's like, well, no, I don't want to. I'm like, hey, she throws it on the ground because you threw it on the ground. Pick it up and show her how to do it. Yeah. Show her where it goes. You know, and it's, I don't know. It's just, I'm, like, reliving my childhood through him. Kind of thing. Like, we're just replaying it on repeat. And I'm trying not to. Yeah. But, you know,
that's just what we do, though. Like, too, especially, like, in our new house, too. It's, like you said, set the example. I feel like we make them the example. You know, I feel like, because, yeah, I mean, it's everything you're not supposed to do, everything you should do. It's always that, like, for the first, for sure. And, yeah, I mean, I've told Mel, like, before we even had kids, I told her, I said, listen, I have no problem being the bad parent or being the mean parent. I have no problem being that. I'll wear that with honor. For me,
with honor,
absolutely. You can be the loving mom, but I'll be the mean dad. That's fine. But like, we talk about that kind of like, so on your children. It's like, well, everybody tells you too. Like, you hear it online, and that little adage that people go, well, why are you such a good kid? Why do you behave so well? It's like, well, I was spanked. I was disciplined. That's what it was. I'm a better person.
Like, there were,
I don't care. I understand. There's other people that feel different, and maybe obviously there's limits, but no, trust me. I'm in public, and oh man, when I see, like, I think I told this story before, but I said we were in Costco, and that one girl, she was like 3, girl in the cart, standing up, grabbing both sides of the cart, just crying, loud. And I looked at the parents. I go, "Your time is done here. You're done. I either take care of it or get it out.
Yeah,
like, we're done. Like, I'm sorry, but and then they're just like, and the parents like, they don't hear it. And you know what? That means she does it all the fucking time. And they've gone numb. And it's like, no. You give a swat in the mouth. And goes, oh, I can't do that anymore.
I think
we're not here to be friends.
The biggest thing for me too is like in the moment when it's happening, it's one of those that it's just like, oh, you hit me, da-da-da, why would you do that, da-da-da. But, like, in the long term, it's one of those that you're teaching the lesson that, like, actions have consequences.
Absolutely, 100%.
And, like, that's the biggest thing I try to get to Ollie. I'm like, Oliver, actions have consequences, dude. I'm like, when you choose to do something that I've asked you not to do, now we have a problem, right? And, like, so now give me that. We're done. You're done. And he's just like, no. And it's like, I told you. Yeah. How many times, right? And I don't know. I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, I'm done threatening with we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Because then it comes from me and Brianne, and we both say it 3-4 times. And it's like, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to do this. And then next thing you know, it's like, we're 6 times in. Nothing's changed. You know, so I'm done with that. I'm I'm at the point now where it's like I give one warning,
Mm-hmm.
and we're done. That's it.
No, and that's where I just saw a TikTok on that. Actually, the guy's like, he's like, yeah, I don't threaten my kids.
Yeah, I don't.
You know,
I
and I
just.
was like,
Well, what
I was
if they
kinda
act
looking
up?
like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Is this guy? He
What
goes,
if they
no,
act
I
up?
don't
No,
threaten 'em."
we
He goes,
leave.
Yeah. He's like, if I say, if you do that one more time, we're gonna leave. He goes, I don't say anything.
Well, no, he says,
Then
yeah,
what if-
he
what if
doesn't
they
even.
do it. We just leave.
We just leave. Yeah, he doesn't say. I don't even. He doesn't even say anything. He doesn't say like if you do that
Yeah.
again. No, he says we leave, and then when they say why did we leave, it's because you acted like this.
Yep.
Go home. And honestly,
Take
like
care of
I'm kind of behind that because I don't know, with certain things.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways,
anyway, let's pick it up a little bit.
yeah.
'Cause,
So
we
so
just went down. This is a little bit of the taste of what you get. We get
yeah.
to our dungeon
Holy
and start
smokes,
discussing
dude! I was just thinking the same thing. But yeah, guys,
children.
this is ADHDad's podcast. Like I said, all we do is we talk
Yeah.
about experiences with our kids, our wives, our families, our friends, everything that we've been doing.
Going a little long today.
But yeah, dude, I'll show
What we
you
gotta talk
long.
about? We got fish. Wow, that's for after party.
After
bonus
part,
content.
after OnlyFans, sub to the ADHDad's
Yeah, we're
OnlyFans.
getting OnlyFans.
Feet
Crap, I didn't say
pics.
that.
No, I'm just kidding.
But no, new things that happen quick. Rundown. We got a house.
Got a house,
Great.
yes.
It's across. It's literally
Next door.
12 feet to my parents. So some people might not like that. Some do. They're welcome any day. My kids are welcome over there any day. Now we own like a quarter of the block, which is awesome. So when it snowed the other day, I told you we got the 4-wheeler, hooked up some sleds, and I just made this giant figure eight between both yards. It was great.
That's awesome.
We did that. Work's going good. Just kids are healthy, but yeah, no, we're ready to get a little bit more done in 2025.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, new things for us. Ollie's starting kindergarten. He's loving it. He's made a lot of friends. Mavis is still home with me. Like I said, we're working on that other kid. That contract extension is what I call it, so I can stay home longer.
Absolutely.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. They're more than that. But, yeah, working. We talked about, potentially having one. Brienne had to go in for a surgery.
Yeah.
So she's got 2 more surgeries coming up. Everything's good. She's fine. She's great. But, yeah, so she's got 2 more. Yeah, nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here. Cool thing we did, though, we planted some peppers in the spring, and they're still
what you got
alive
over
today.
there.
I transplanted
You
them
have 'em over
into
there.
some pots, and if you go look, they're all budding. There's like 7, 8 like flowers on like each of
That's
those
good.
plants, like ready to grow peppers. So
Well, you gotta make sure they pollinate.
yes,
Good.
well, yep. So we're making sure they're watered, they're everything. They're by the. So if you see them lean in like that, it's because they're growing towards the sun, right? But yeah, I think that's super cool,
That's
right?
really
So
cool, yeah.
we kept peppers alive almost half the winter already in the cold weather. So that's great. That's exciting in this house. I don't know. There's nothing.
Well, I
there's
mean-
nothing crazy going on. We're coaching wrestling again. We're back in the room.
I was
So.
gonna say, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy, guys. So, but yeah, that's a glimpse of what you'll get with the ADHDads.
A little bit. We go in a little bit more depth on different topics like that. Sometimes we'll just get triggered.
Sometimes we
Like
just
did.
go.
We just got triggered for a little bit. Went down a little dark hole, but that's okay.
That's
I mean,
okay. We're
we'll
full of
figure it
rabbit
out.
holes. Any rabbit hole you want to go down?
Yeah.
Maybe we've gone down it and we're about to go down it again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the best part about with the I think they call it neurodivergent now. But I think with that, the best part of that brain too is, I mean, you give us 20 minutes, we're over it. Like we
Yep.
kind of forgot everything that happened.
And we're like, oh shoot.
Like we're not stupid to it, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, like if I was mad, like viscerally mad, and to just go hang out for 10, 15 minutes,
I'm
watch
over
a
it.
show, and then they come up and like, hey, what's up, baby? Like I don't even.
Yep.
Doesn't even just over it. Now I don't know how scarring that is for them, but we'll find out later.
But yeah, guys. So. Yeah, that's a taste of ADHDads, guys. Hope you guys are in for season 3. Like I said, we're growing the YouTube, growing the Twitches, growing both Twitches. We back, baby. And we're gonna be back here with content. Like I said, that's the whole goal. So, we'll continue kind of a tradition that we've done always. Big shout out Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah. 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
2 Bears, 1 Cave. Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, funny comedians.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, dude. He there's a huge year for comedians this year, but it was pretty good. That roast of 2024 was.
That was good. That was solid.
It was okay.
I'll take it. But one thing I wanted to do too is end on like a little motivational thing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Not now. That's the only
That's how we end 2025.
But I want to end on a motivational note. Just something to kind of keep in your pocket, guys. So one thing I can think of, we're talking New Year's resolutions. We're talking everything.
I have no idea.
One note I just want to end on is don't wait till tomorrow to start what you want to do today. All right. So just think about that.
Dropping knowledge, like
dropping knowledge, dropping.
Google before we got...
I didn't Google anything. I was sitting with you the whole time watching.
The
Cowboys lose in the last 2 seconds of the game.
As did the Packers.
Oh, anyways.
Literally watching it side by
side.
side.
Bye, Mike.
Yeah. Fat Mike.
But anyways, yes, guys, don't wait till tomorrow to do what you want to do today. Just start it, get on it. And I think I really like ending with like kind of a motivational quote. That's one that kind of touched me. I'll show you on the doll. That's one that kind of hit me a little different. That's one I heard, and I was just kind of like, I resonate with that. So yeah, again, don't wait till tomorrow to do what you can do today.
Now I gotta think of something.
You can do the next one next week. So that's all right. You don't have to do it today. You don't gotta one up me, dude.
No, I'm not one upping you.
I feel like you're trying.
That's what we do.
See,
remember?
I
we
feel
talked
like
about this.
No, because if we keep going.
No, here you go. With the ADHD people, just so you know, if they come in, just know that we are not one uppers. We don't like to one up. It's more of like you told a story of something nice that triggered me to think of another story parallel, and it's because I like you. I want to share mine too because that shows how much I like you. It's a true thing, and that's why I find myself. Once I heard that, I was like, oh fuck, I do that all the time. And it's not like I don't ever want to one up anybody. I hate one up people. But
well, here, why don't you?
But
why don't you save your quote?
I thought of something
till next week though, and then you can end on the quote.
I don't like you putting me in a hole.
See, you're not in a hole, dude.
I'm in a hole, man.
You're not in a hole. It's just an alternating thing. It's
all right,
like
so on the way over here, my kid was talking about. Let's see.
We don't have time.
I know. Hang on. It's the first episode. The first one's always a little longer. You gotta get an intro. No, we were over there and they were talking. Jax was kind of bummed because he said that he's learning math and subtraction or addition and subtraction, right? And there's a kid that's really good at subtraction, and he was just like, this kid's he's just way smarter than I am, just way smarter. And I was like, dude. Everybody's smart at something, man. And I'll be honest, he probably works at it more than you do because I've seen you try and you quit all the time. But I think of that Albert Einstein quote. I think it was him, where he goes, if a goldfish was judged on its ability to climb a tree, it would think itself pretty stupid, or an elephant or something like that. But I was like, I didn't say that to him because I knew it's just nobody would understand.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
But that's what I was thinking at the time was the same kind of thing. Was like everybody's good at everything. You just got to figure it out. And, that's my little adage to it.
All right, there we go,
guys. That's what I can think of.
There we go, guys.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's okay. Hey, nobody's on the spot, dude. Nobody's on the spot. We can do this, like I said. I told you beforehand. I want to end on like a uplifting, like, hey, motivational thing. So yeah.
All right, we'll both have uplifting and motivational things.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll start it from here on out. But like I said, guys, don't wait till tomorrow to do what you can do today, right? So you think about that, like, let it resonate. Other than that, guys, we are going to peace out for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 1. Check me out. We'll leave the links in the description below. Check Chief Rex D out on Twitch. He's starting to stream at least once, maybe twice a week here going forward. And MIDI80, if you're watching, it's right up here. I'm pointing to it. If you're not, the links will be in the description below for Twitch, TikTok. Look for the shorts. Look for the Twitch. Look for the YouTube. And we'll go from there.
Yeah. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, players. We out.
Peace.
Peace.